What's up my people? I hope everybody's doing well. Today I'm back with another video where I'm going to be showing you what's probably the most simplest trading strategy you've ever seen. So this is not actually something new. I didn't invent this trading strategy. This is something that you have probably thought of yourself at some point, or something you've probably used and maybe ended up losing money, then you gave up on it. Or yeah, we all know the stories in trading. You make money, you lose money, you make money, you lose money, and the story goes. All right, yeah, so in this video I'm pretty much just going to be showing you a full back test of the strategy, some quick optimization to find some good settings to use, and I'll also just give you my own insight into the strategy, and how I think you can maybe adapt the strategy into your own trading strategies to try and get better results. If you stay up to the end of the video, I'll actually show you how I'm using the strategy myself in my own strategy in a live account right now, and things so far they seem to be going well. All right, I'll see you guys on the other side. All right, welcome guys. Okay, so with this trading strategy, right, it's very simple. Okay, so it's usually strong in a trending market. So what you pretty much want to do, you can use this either at during market opens or during news. I don't recommend using it during news because yeah, we all know what happens during news. It's either you're going to make huge wins, or you're going to just make huge losses that could wipe out your account. So I would recommend some market opens, usually Asia and London. I don't recommend New York, okay, especially when there's news. You could use the New York, but just maybe you may not need to use this strategy when there is news. Okay, yeah, not that you definitely lose. I mean, you can use it during news and win. We all know the risk involved with trading news. Okay, so this strategy is very simple. You pretty much just come to a market open. So it's a time-based strategy, right? So pretty much yeah, time is very important. So my time is I think it's UTC plus 2. Then my broker's time, I think it's UTC plus 1. I'm not sure. Yeah, because I think they are 1 hour behind me. Yeah, so yeah, but pretty much here it's trading USD JPY in London open. Okay, so you can just figure out what the time should be for your own time zone, and then or for your broker's time zone, and then just make the necessary changes. Okay, so pretty much when the market opens, right, so this market opens at 10 o'clock, right? So I just look here at the previous 1 hour bar. I don't look at the entire range. A lot of people who use a similar strategy, they look at a range. I don't look at the entire range. I just look at the previous 1 hour bar. I just put a buy stop and I put a sell stop, and I expire it after a certain number of hours. In this case, I think I expired after 10 hours, which is pretty much 10 bars, and one of those will be activated. In most cases, the market just goes and you make money. Okay, of course there are other cases that are like this one. Okay, this one is not actually bad. It did actually win. Okay, but you can see here on this day the market was pretty much dead. So in most cases, I'm guessing there was news. So here everybody was just hesitating entering into the market, and yeah, here you would have been lucky to actually make money on this day. But I usually turn off this strategy when there is when people are going to be waiting for news or something. Yeah, so yeah, maybe you would want to turn it, if you do want to trade news, you turn it on like 5 minutes just before the news or something like that, or you even enter the trades manually. I'll show you a tool that you can use to do that later, so that you don't have to stress about lot size calculations and all of that. Okay, yeah, so on a day like this is pretty much it's not really the worst case scenario, because it activated the buy, come back down, activated the sell. I mean, you could have closed the sell here with profit, but if you didn't, then yeah. So I have another rule with my strategies that I don't leave open trades overnight. Okay, so I usually close my trades around 8 p.m. That's UTC plus 2. I don't know what time would that be for your broker. Okay, yeah, so I usually close, sorry, it's UTC plus 1 actually. Yeah, I usually close my trades at 8 p.m. okay, but of course, if you look at this, right, if I'd actually left this open, you would have actually ended up winning on the following day. But I usually trade prop firm account. I don't like leaving my trades running overnight, so I usually just like to close my stuff. Okay, yeah, this one here would have been a good day. So your buy gets activated, it wins. Then your sell gets activated. I don't know why this closed too early. Yeah, but it looks like it's a new spike, and yeah, I don't know why that closed too early. Okay, yeah, so this is the bad scenario that we don't want. So this is probably also another news weight or something. So let me see if I can make that big. Okay, it looks like it's as big as it can get. Okay, maybe not really. Actually it's not actually bad, because it activated a buy, activated a sell, then it won. Okay, so pretty much the worst case scenario that I'm looking for, right? It activates a buy, then it comes back, the buy loses, activates the sell, then it comes back again, then the sell loses. That's pretty much your worst case scenario. But now imagine, oh yeah, here it is. Okay, so here it activated a sell, went up, the sell lost, activated a buy, then came down, then the buy lost. Yeah, so if you look on this day, the market was pretty much dead as well. So that's probably another news day, or maybe not, I'm not sure. But yeah, I usually turn it off during news days and only trade it on days where I know that things like price action will be strong, so the market will have a very strong reaction wherever it breaks out. Yeah, it's just my theory, really. This is not financial advice, please. Okay, yeah, so now imagine you're just using this strategy every day, right? You just place your buy stop, sell stop at or in my case it's 10 a.m. Yeah, then you just go about your day. You literally spend less than 5 minutes on the market. So now imagine you are risking like 1%. So worst case scenario, you lose both, so you lose 2% on a day. Best case scenario, both of them win, so you win 6%. Then average case scenario, one gets activated and wins, so that will be 3%. Then the other case just before that, one loses and one wins. Okay, so this is actually a fairly decent strategy. So as you can see from a quick back test that I ran here, so I ran this back test from 9 September all the way up to today's date, which is it's actually 22 November. I don't know why I put 23 there. Yeah, so if you can look at the graph, okay, so in September, I'm not sure if this is the whole day saving stuff, but we can see in September we weren't really doing quite well. Yeah, but recently the strategy has been doing well, and it's raking in some good profits there, right? So if we just go to the report, the profit factor is like, yeah, that's those are healthy numbers. 1.79 profit factor, that looks huge. Maximal drawdown just a little under 10%. So if you're like me doing prop firms and stuff, these are really insane numbers that we are looking at, because it means even on your worst run you still didn't violate any of the prop firm rules. Okay, but you still need to be careful, guys. Just because this the previous results look good doesn't mean that this thing is still going to be good. Okay, yeah, so this is pretty much the strategy. So I'm just going to throw the bot on a chart and then just show you some of the settings that you can play with in case you want to optimize something. All right, so I call it time trader. Is it time trader or time range? Okay, I think it's the same thing. Okay, yeah, so on your settings, sorry, I closed that. So on your settings, you have magic number. Okay, so if you have like different bots running, you just want to make sure that they have different magic numbers so that they don't interfere with each other's trade. Okay, then risk reward. So with this strategy, I don't actually target like set specific levels. I just put like a rigid risk reward. Okay, so maybe you, on a different day you want to target higher or lower, you can just change here. Then risk percent, this is pretty much the percentage of your account that you are willing to lose for each trade. Okay, so for example, let's say I have a $10,000 account, right? So if this is at 1%, it means on any one trade I'm willing to lose $100. So if both of my trades lose, it means overall I end up losing $200, because remember, it's 1% per trade and I'm entering 2 trades. Okay, yeah, you can reduce this to 0.01. You can make it whatever you want, as long as the lot size that comes out is acceptable by your broker. Okay, then set to BE. So this is pretty much like a modification to BE. So this setting goes in the end with this one. So if you have your risk reward of 3, then let's say maybe when it reaches a risk reward of 2, you want to set it to BE, so you can put 2 here. You can as well just play around with these settings. Okay, then close after hours. Yeah, so that's pretty much that point that I showed you that well, I personally prefer to close my trades after hours. And of course, your after hours, you define them yourself. Okay, the default one is 2300 hours, but of course, depending on your broker server and the time that they use, you can choose another hour here. Then I have close hour 2. So in case you have 2 times where you want to close your trades. So let's say maybe you want to close your trades before the New York opens, and you also want to close any open trades when the New York ends. So you can just modify those. All right, then expire. So here you're using pending orders, right? So you pretty much choose the number of bars that you want to expire after. Okay, so if you can just take note, I'm using a 1 hour chart, right? So that's the default that I designed the EA for. So I usually make this 10. 5 is okay, but I usually make it 10 if I just want to make sure that it also catches maybe the New York breakout sometimes. Okay, but 5 is quite good. Then your start hour and your start minute, that's pretty much the time where you want the orders to be set at. By default, they're at 2 o'clock. Okay, so again, you need to figure out what time to use and so forth. Okay, yeah, so what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to run a quick optimization just to show you what you can do for any other symbol if you want to play around with this. All right, so let's just run a quick optimization on USD JPY. Okay, so we're pretty much just going to be optimizing. Let's just leave the risk reward at 3. We're going to be optimizing start hour. Okay, so the quantity you want to optimize, you want to make sure you check it, right? Then after you check it, here on this column where it says stats, you want to put the start value of your optimization and the steps. So here I'm pretty much saying start at 12 midnight and go in steps of 1 hour all the way up to 11. So it's pretty much, so for the first run is to test 0, then go to 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I put a step of 2, for example, it will start at 0, then go to 2, then 4, blah 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 blah. Okay, yeah, start minute, we can put this 0. But in cases where you want to, when you are testing, let's say on a 30-minute chart, right, then maybe you want to change, you want to activate this and put 0 here and put 30 here. Here you can put 30 as well, right? Then when you're testing on a 15-minute chart, then you put 0, 15, and 15 minute ends at 45, then put 45 here. Okay, but I'm using 1 hour, so there's no need for me to include that. All right, yeah, so here what I'm pretty much doing, right, I'm pretty much just asking the program to search for me a good time for me to place my trades. Okay, so let's just see what it's going to tell me. All right, so here we have the graph that will just show us the profits that are being retained, right? And if you want to see them as they get returned, so here we have a start hour of 0. Surprisingly, it's actually bringing back some profit of like I'm not sure what account size I'm testing with actually. We'll check afterward, but I think I'm testing with the 10k account. Yeah, so okay, it looks like most of the hours are actually bringing back some profits, eh? Okay, let's just wait for it to finish. What's the progress? Okay, just a little over 50%. Yeah, so it should just be a few seconds. Yeah, so it looks like there's actually a lot of times that actually bring back some results, but if we look at the big profits, it looks like the big profits are your 35%. Oh, sorry, that's a trading alert on one of my strategies. Okay, yeah, so it's done now. Okay, so here it's telling us that the highest profit we are getting it when we use a start hour of 10, right? Then the second highest is 9, third highest is 7. Okay, I'm not really sure about the theory behind these numbers, okay, but yeah, this is something that you can do. Then if you just want to run, you just right click, set input parameters, then you run. Then you can actually see all the trades that were placed on the days that that the EA is pointing to. Then you can also see the graph of how the equity would have changed. Okay, so let's just run something different. So let's go back to optimization results. So these two are too close. Maybe let's run 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, it's fairly further away from 10 o'clock. Okay, so that's the graph for 7 o'clock, right? Then if you want to check the report, you can come and check here to see what's actually going on. So profitable total profitability is about 37%. Average profit is about 2.5. Average loss is 1,000. So that's because I put 1%. Okay, so every loss that I take, I only take 1%. That's why you can see that there's not that much difference between the largest and the average for me in terms of losses. But in terms of profit, there is a significant difference, of course, of about 0.5%. That's because I close my trades at the end of the day. So sometimes, actually most cases, if a trade reaches the end of the day, it's probably going to be closed either at a small loss or at a small profit, whichever the case may be. Okay, so that is the strategy, guys. Yeah, that's how you can optimize it to try and find what time a symbol likes. Okay, and yeah, not all symbols like 10 o'clock. I remember I had one symbol that I was trading at like 1 a.m. Yeah, so you just need to try out and see what time through an optimization. And of course you need to look out for when some day saving stuff happens, because some of the market opens, they either shift either forward or backward by an hour. Okay, all right, yeah, so this strategy, as I said at the beginning of the video, it's mostly good when the market is trending. When the market is ranging, yeah, you tend to run the risk of getting both orders opened and both orders losing. Okay, so when there is a big news day, so let's say maybe CPI, it's a day for CPI and any other big news day, you have to turn off the bot. You have to turn off the bot. It's not a good day to trade. You probably lose both trades. Okay, yeah. Then another thing that I just wanted to add, so after you realize something like this, right? So when I used this strategy for the first time, right? So I got to a period where both trades were losing like almost all the time, right? Then I actually made another strategy that I'm actually still using up to now, where because I knew that, okay, these days both trades are losing, so it means that when there's a breakout, the price will most likely reverse and come and hit and touch the other line. Yeah, so when there was a breakout, I would use another indicator, or just mark some lows and wait for those lows to be broken. Then when those lows were broken, I would then know that, oh, this price is now going down. Then I would put sell orders. Same thing for the buys. So when it breaks to the downside, I would look for a break to the upside and pretty much just target the top. So this is a strategy that I actually coded. I made it into an indicator on TradingView, and it also seems to be doing quite well. Okay, so I'm just going to, as a bonus for you, for staying up to the end of the video, I'm just going to show you a quick back test of this strategy that I'm just talking about. So as you can see here, so these lines, they're pretty much representing the high and the low at a specific time that I established through my back testing. Okay, All right, so this is not what you need to be looking at. All right, so let me just turn on deep back tests. Oh, okay, it was correct actually, just that it was starting this month, and this month it wasn't really good for the strategy. So let's just start it from January, right, so that we can actually see what the strategy is doing in the long term. Okay, so I'm just going to hit generate report. It will take like a few seconds, and it should throw us some results right about now. Okay, maybe a few more seconds. Okay, so while we wait for that, I'll just show you what pretty much what I was saying. Okay, so you see here there was a break to the top side, right? So then I would be waiting for a break to the downside. Then here we can see that there was actually indeed a reversal. So if I saw it here, right, then I would come and hit my profit there. Same thing with the break to the bottom, right? I would just wait for a break to the top side, then again it will come. Okay, our results are available. Let's check what's happening. Okay, yeah, so here since January, this is making a profit of almost 130%. That's more than doubling your account, and drawdown is very little at almost at like 12.5%. Okay, yeah, so if you are trading this, of course, if you see that you're in a losing streak, you probably be able to avoid this 12.5 drawdown here, and you'll be able to actually capitalize on most of the wins that the strategy will be bringing you. Okay, yeah, so that's pretty much this strategy in a nutshell, guys. Yeah, you're more than welcome to apply this strategy to improve your own strategies, or to just try and exploit it. Okay, so if you want to play around with the bot, I actually have it in the market. Let me see if I can get it for you. So you can download a demo, right? Okay, yeah, so if you want to try out this bot for yourself, you can just go to my market profile. I'll put the link in the description, right? So the one we were just back testing is this one here, called the time breakout trader. Okay, so if we can open it, right, well, you don't have to buy it immediately. You can of course download the free demo. Okay, just follow the instructions that MetaTrader will give you, and you'll be able to backtest and optimize for yourself before you can, decide if it's anything you even want to buy. Okay, but yeah, of course, if you're interested in buying, those are the prices there for 3 months, 6 months, and 1 year. Okay, that's it from me, guys. Happy trading. Okay, then yeah, if you want to also have a look at my other projects, I also have this one here, which is pretty much a tool for placing orders. Okay, so let's say you want to place your trades manually. Maybe you don't trust the bot, or maybe you want to adjust your stop loss levels. So this here will be an ideal tool for you, but you pretty much have to wake up and do it. Let's say maybe you've seen that the time that you need to be doing this is like at midnight, or at like at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. You pretty much need this tool, because you can place buy stop, sell stop, buy limit, sell limit, and whatever. Okay, yeah, so this is one of the other strategies. I think it's also on my YouTube channel. You can check it out, and yeah, of course, if you're interested in it, you can also download the demo and play around with it. Okay, that's it from me, guys. Enjoy your day, and see you on the next one.